I have this area of my garden that's been driving me crazy. Part of the issue is the dirt beneath us is super compact. It has almost no nutrients, and anything I try to get to grow here seems very unhappy. Just outside of it is filled with so much life, so I want to continue the green back almost all the way under the hammock. I tried growing native whitewood asters here, and even they seem so unhappy. So what that tells me is we need to amend the soil and replant. Luckily, I have a bunch of compost that I've been starting this year, so we're gonna need to see if I have enough to amend the soil with. We'll need a shovel to find out what's going on at the base. I should probably wait till it has a little bit more in it, but I wanna keep going. I really ought to get a pitchfork for out here. We found solid dirt at the very bottom that looks to be very nutrient filled, and bring it to our planting site. Anything that I want, I'm gonna dig up and store in this water basin for right now. Lots of little seedlings, none of them too happy to be here. The ground is so compact here, I know it's about to be a crazy experience trying to amend it. Smooth. I want a shade-tolerant shrub right here in the center, so I need to make the choice between a rhododendron or an azalea. I have this azalea that I planted in my shade garden at the beginning of spring, but because of all of the beautiful white snake root, you can see there's just a small bit of green growth at the base. That option commits me to potentially a long time without flowers. Back in no man's land, I have another rhododendron that I know for a fact would bloom in the spring. So we just literally have to climb over and above in the thick of it to find it. But here she is, all the way back here, abandoned, hiding behind a massive yew. Oh girl, you do not want to step in that. That might be enough to make me not want to get the rhododendron for this project. Azalea is in. I even managed to get some compost underneath the top layer, so there's lots of nutrients down near its roots. Now comes the fun part of separating the many aster seedlings. I'll see you in 5 hours. Many asters have been planted. In fact, I think there might be over 100. Previously, they were in these little clusters in the ground, and while they were growing, they were clearly unhappy. Now, each one of them has been separated and given its own hole. Let's take a closer look. See the little green? The other really good news is that while I was digging in the dirt, I see ants, I see worms, I see centipedes, I see spiders. So there's definitely life here. I've been thinking about how I can use my compost, and while I don't have enough to fill every single new planting hole with it, I do have enough where I think I can sprinkle it on top and almost use it as a fertilizer. I've seen people do this with land when they don't dig up at all. They just kind of pile the compost on top. I sprinkled it lightly on top of all the seedlings. Right thing to do because there's nutrients in the compost, there's bugs in the compost. So hopefully now they'll get adjusted to their new home. Soon, these will cover this whole area. Now I just have to figure out a blooming summer counterpart and a blooming spring counterpart.